Hello, guys. Good morning to everybody. You are most welcome in English Literature and Grammar YouTube channel. Dear student, as you know, we have completed the famous sonnet "Why an Assault Was Intended to the City" that was composed by famous English poet John Milton. Here, today, we are going to discuss on this such questions which are generally asked in university exams. So, in after each poem, we need to prepare a critical appreciation about on read poem. So today we are discuss such type of questions which is important from examination point of view. So let's start this. Write a critical appreciation of Milton's poem When Assault Was Intended to the City. It means when assault was intended to the city. इस सोनेट के ऊपर जो मिल्टन की पोएम है इस पर एक क्रिटिकल अप्रिसिएशन समालोचनात्मक अप्रिसिएशन लेख लिखना है। इसके ऊपर अपन को डिस्कस करना है, इसके नेगेटिव और पॉजिटिव दोनों पक्षों पर विचार करना है। सो हाउ टू प्रिपेयर आंसर ऑफ सच टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। सो in this type of questions we should start like this. Answer should be started like this. First of all, we should give introductions to the poet and poem. Introductions to the poet and poem. Who is the poet of this poem? When assault was intended to the city. This poem, as you know, students, this poem was composed by John Milton. Or who was John Milton? John Milton was a great English poet and a civil servant during 17th century in England. He lived under the rules of King Charles I and during Civil War and Cromwell, under Cromwell's rule and after restoration of the monarchy. So he has seen more than two king rules in his life. So although Milton was basically a Puritan and he was great admirer and supporter to the Commonwealth, and he was because a civil servant, so he fought against the royalist, and his works were also affected from the circumstances of during that time. So he was a poet and he has written many poems. He was also a epic writer, so he wrote epics, and he also a elegist, so he wrote a great elegy. If you talk about these poems, he wrote first of all a poem in 1629, Christ Nativity, and then in 1637 he wrote a great elegy, Lycidas. Lycidas is generally counted among three great elegies which ever written in English literature. As Lycidas was written by Milton and Aeneid was written by P.B. Shelley and Memoriam was written by Matthew Arnold. So Lycidas is a elegy which is based on shepherds, on the death of shepherd. Also, as it is the tradition of elegy, it is written on the death of some close friends or close relatives. So Lycidas was also composed on Milton's nearest or close friend. Like this, in this present poem, When Assault Was Intended to the City, this poem was composed in 1642 when the civil war was being fought between royalists and Republicans in England. And thereafter, in 1644, he wrote Aeropagitica, a fine speech on the against the censorship of press and freedom for press. So it is highly remarkable, and it was written in prose pattern. In 1652, he also wrote a sonnet on his blindness, because in 1652 Milton got blindness completely, and after having been blind, he wrote great epics. In 1667, he wrote Paradise Lost, and 1671 he wrote Paradise Regained, and in 1673 Samson Agonists. So in this way, he contributed lots of in enriching of English literature and especially English poetry. So Milton was a great poet, a great epic writer, and a civil servant, and a great speaker of 17th century England. If you talk about poem, When Assault was intended to the city, this is a famous sonnet, and this sonnet was composed when London was being attacked by the Royalist army under the leadership of King Charles I. Because during this during this period there was a great war was running between two opponents, one side Republicans and Puritans, and other side Royalists. Puritans and Republicans were the great supporter to the freedom of Parliament, and he wants Commonwealth. While Royalist, King Charles I wants to establish monarchy in England. So he was going to advance on London to restore his lost monarchy. So this sonnet is in this sonnet, poet requests to colonels, army officers to give protections him and his house, as was done by other, was also ancient invaders done in the ancient time. So this poem is highly emotional and serious. On second point, if you talk theme, theme means the central idea of the poem. Yeah, the main message of the poem. The message, the central idea of this poem is life security. Milton wants life security and security to his property and house. For this, he composed this sonnet, and this sonnet was pasted at the door of his house. So, advancing colonel, the army men and knight might read it, and it might be possible that they might spare his house and give him protections. So this is the main theme of this poem. And third topic, development of thoughts. As we as you know, it is a Petrarchan sonnet, and there are two parts, octave and sestet part. In octave part and introductory quatrains, Milton requests to colonel, army officers and knights not to touch his house and give protections to him and his property. He says that his doors of his house are defenseless, and if officer is pleased to do this, he he says he would repay this honorable a kind act of them by composing a poem in honor of their fame. And he also says that if army officers and colonel or knight provide him his property protection, and spare him and his property, then he will he would write a compose. He would compose a poem, and through which he could spread their name in all over the world, on the land and seas, and even on the darker corners of the earth, where sun's warm rays ever can ever reach. So poet also promises them for the sake of safety of his property and himself. And in the sister part, he presents a mythological allusions and cultural allusions in ancient times, as he says that are not new to give protections to the poets, because in every time, in every age, every invaders has a kind corner of heart, kind hearted, and they also show their showed their kindness to the poets. They spared the poet his house, his property, or even his village and city. He presents and he says that the Alexander Great, when the armies of Alexander Great attacked on the city of Thebes, where the great old poet, old writer, yeah, poet, great old writer Pindar, Pindars lived in this city. So Alexander Great, the सिकंदर महान ने उस शहर में उस पिंडार के घर को छोड़ने का आदेश दे दिया था. So Milton wants to say that as Alexander the Great spared the house of Pindars, because Pindar was a great poet, so his house was spared by the Alexander's army, and that's why he says that he is also a poet, and his house is the house of Muses Bower, poetic Muses Bower, so his house also should be spared by them. And another example or also is also presented by the poet. He says when Spartans attacks on the city of Athens, the Spartans and their army were pleased to listen the song, chorus song from the Electra. Electra was a tragic drama which was written by great tragic dramatist, Athenian dramatist Euripides. When after having listened the great chorus from Electra's, the Spartans army spared not only the house of Euripides but whole the city, and they even not touched the walls of the Athens. So in this way they protected and spared the city of Athens. In this way, through these arguments, poet Milton wants that he is also a poet, and his house is the bower of Muses. So his house and he should be spared by the colonial and royalist army, and it would be a great an act of honor and virtue. So he makes a request to the army officers. In this way, the thoughts are developed in this sonnet poem. Now we come on fourth point: mythological and cultural legends. Mythological, here I have already told you before some time that there are two mythological allusions are presented by the poet in this poem. The allusion of great Alexander the Great and the Spartans who attacked on the cities, but they spared the house and city of the poets, Pindars and Euripides. So these both these allusions have been taken from the ancient Greek culture. Now we come on fifth point: structure and form. This poem is composed in the sonnet form. Dear students, as you know, sonnet is a short poem of 14 lines, and this sonnet is composed on Italian pattern, which is also known as the Petrarchan sonnet. because batrakan sonnet is divided into parts. Octave first 8 lines is called as octave, and last 6 lines is also known as sestet. First in octave part is also subdivided into two quatrains. Each quatrain is contained of 4 lines. So in first octave part, poet presents his problems before the army officers, and for the support of this problem, he presents in sestet part is mythological allusions and the example of Alexander the Great, the kindness of Alexander the Great, and the kindness of Spartans. So through this sestet and octave part, he presents his feelings and ideas and his emotions beautifully. And now we come on sixth point, style and rhyme scheme. Because as you know, John Milton and his works is highly remarkable for their grand style, because the themes and topic and thoughts and emotions is also grand, because it is the act of kindness and it is so splendid and grand. So a request and the grand example allusions which have been taken from the ancient Greek culture which also are also admirable. So the style is the way of presentation is highly stylish, and this is a grand style. And as you know, the grand style is also used in epic writing, as he used in his great epic Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained. If you talk about the rhyming scheme of this poem in the octave part, the rhyming scheme ABBA, and it in sestet part, which is subdivided into tercets, and each tercets rhyming scheme is CDC, and final and last 3 lines at tercets rhyming scheme is DCD. So in this way, rhyming scheme is also according to the feeling and presentation of emotions, and each line is composed in iambic pentameter. And last, seventh part, conclusion. In conclusion part, we may write in short of the above topics that the Milton's this poem is a gem in the history of English literature, and this is highly and widely read in the world, and it is highly remarkable for its grand style, grand rhyming scheme, and mythological and cultural allusions. And theme is also colloquial. Yeah, we can say it is also grand theme. So that's all for today. We in this way or in this pattern we should prepare answer of such questions. I hope you have understood the pattern of giving answer or writing answer of such questions. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Bye.